Get ready to dive into the heartwarming and emotional journey of survival, companionship, and the human spirit with our detailed recap of Finch, a tale of one man's quest to ensure hope lives on in a world on the brink of extinction. The film opens in a post-apocalyptic world, devastated by a solar flare that has wiped out most of humanity. The Earth's atmosphere is damaged, causing extreme weather patterns and lethal UV radiation during the day. The once thriving cities are now desolate, with decaying buildings and streets filled with abandoned cars. The camera pans across the barren landscape, setting the tone of despair and solitude. We meet Finch Weinberg, played by Tom Hanks, a lone survivor who lives in a small underground bunker beneath what used to be a robotics lab. Finch is an engineer and a brilliant inventor, but his health is deteriorating due to prolonged exposure to radiation. Finch wears a protective suit and a homemade UV-shielded helmet when he ventures outside, emphasizing the danger of the environment. As Finch scavenges for supplies in a nearby supermarket, we get a glimpse of his resourcefulness. He gathers canned food and other essentials, always wary of the environment. Finch also has a small, loyal dog named Goodyear, his only companion. Their bond is clear as Finch makes sure Goodyear is safe at all times, highlighting the deep connection between man and dog in this lonely world. Back at his bunker, Finch is seen working on a secret project, building a robot. The robot, which he later names Jeff, is designed to care for Goodyear after Finch's inevitable death. This scene is filled with the whirring sounds of machinery as Finch painstakingly assembles the robot piece by piece. The process is slow and meticulous, showcasing Finch's attention to detail and the importance of this creation to him. As Finch works, he talks to himself and Goodyear, revealing his thoughts and fears. His cough worsens, a clear sign that he doesn't have much time left. This sequence is both a demonstration of Finch's technical prowess and a poignant reminder of his fragile mortality. After what appears to be weeks of work, Finch finally powers up the robot. Jeff's initial moments are clumsy and uncoordinated as he struggles to understand his surroundings and function properly. Finch patiently guides him, teaching him basic motor skills and introducing him to Goodyear. The robot's artificial intelligence quickly learns and adapts, displaying a childlike curiosity and innocence. Finch uploads a massive database of human knowledge into Jeff's memory banks, ensuring that he can function independently after Finch is gone. The montage of Jeff learning, from understanding language to grasping complex concepts, is both heartwarming and humorous. Finch tries to instill his values into Jeff, particularly the importance of protecting Goodyear. As Finch's health continues to decline, he decides it's time to leave the bunker and head west to San Francisco, where he hopes the environmental conditions might be better. He outfits a large RV with solar panels and other survival gear. Finch, Jeff, and Goodyear set off on their journey, driving through the deserted and treacherous landscape. The scenes of their journey depict the harshness of the world they inhabit. They pass through abandoned towns, navigate around massive dust storms, and avoid collapsed bridges. Along the way, Finch teaches Jeff more about survival and human behavior, emphasizing the importance of compassion and care. The trio encounters numerous challenges on the road. At one point, they come across a massive storm, forcing them to seek shelter under an overpass. The storm is violent, with howling winds and debris flying through the air, creating a tense and dangerous atmosphere. Inside the RV, Finch and Jeff share a rare moment of bonding, as Finch explains the concept of fear and how to deal with it. In another scene, the group encounters a broken-down bridge that they need to cross. Finch uses his engineering skills to rig a solution, showcasing his ingenuity even in his weakened state. Jeff, still learning, tries to help but causes more problems than solutions, leading to some tense but also humorous moments. During a quiet moment on the journey, Finch opens up about his past. He tells Jeff about his life before the solar flare, revealing that he was a lonely man even then, more comfortable with machines than with people. Finch's parents died when he was young, and he never had a family of his own. His work was his life, and the destruction of the world took away the one thing he was good at, creating and fixing things for people. This backstory adds depth to Finch's character, showing that his attachment to Goodyear and his determination to create Jeff stem from a deep-seated need to protect and care for something in a world that has taken everything else from him. As the group continues west, they stop at an abandoned shopping mall to scavenge for supplies. The mall is eerily silent, with remnants of the old world still on display: broken mannequins, tattered advertisements, and empty store shelves. Finch instructs Jeff on what to look for while he searches for specific items. Suddenly, the tension rises as they realize they are not alone. Finch and Jeff spot another human, a shadowy figure in the distance. Fearful of potential danger, Finch quickly decides to leave, instructing Jeff to move quickly. The presence of another survivor, even though they never come into direct contact, underscores the isolation and paranoia of living in a post-apocalyptic world. As the journey progresses, Finch's health rapidly deteriorates. His cough becomes more severe, and he struggles to stay awake. Despite his failing health, Finch tries to maintain his role as Jeff's teacher and Goodyear's protector. However, the weight of his impending death looms over him, and he begins to accept that his time is running out. In one particularly emotional scene, Finch has a candid conversation with Jeff about death. He explains that it's a natural part of life and that Jeff's purpose is to ensure that Goodyear's cared for after he's gone. This conversation is deeply moving, as Finch imparts his final lessons to the robot he created to outlive him. The group finally reaches the outskirts of San Francisco, where the sky is clearer and the air seems less toxic. There's a brief moment of hope, as Finch realizes they might have found a place where Goodyear and Jeff can survive without him. The relief on Finch's face is palpable as he watches Jeff and Goodyear explore their new surroundings. However, this moment of hope is short-lived. Finch collapses, unable to continue. Jeff, now fully aware of the situation, takes charge. He carefully carries Finch back to the RV and tends to him as best as he can. The roles have now reversed. Jeff has become the caregiver and Finch the one in need of care. Knowing that the end is near, Finch spends his final moments talking to Jeff. He tells Jeff that he's done a good job and that he's proud of him. Finch's voice is weak, but there's a sense of peace in his words. He tells Jeff to take Goodyear and continue without him, emphasizing that the dog's well-being is now Jeff's responsibility. This scene is heart-wrenching as Finch slowly fades away. Jeff, though an artificial being, displays genuine emotion, showing that he has learned not just from Finch's teachings, but also from the bond they shared. Finch dies peacefully, with Goodyear lying beside him and Jeff watching over them. After Finch's death, Jeff buries him in a serene spot overlooking the city. The scene is quiet and reflective, with Jeff carefully marking the grave. Goodyear sits beside the grave, clearly sensing the loss. Jeff, though grieving, knows that he must move forward for Goodyear's sake. In the final scenes, Jeff and Goodyear are seen traveling through San Francisco. The city, while still desolate, appears more hopeful in the sunlight. Jeff has learned to care for Goodyear, and the two form a new bond, continuing the journey that Finch started. The film ends on a bittersweet note, with Jeff and Goodyear walking into the horizon, symbolizing the continuation of life and hope, even in the face of loss. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed reliving these moments, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Don't miss out on more captivating recaps like this one. Until next time, stay tuned for more epic adventures.